Alright, so I definitely was not expecting to do this video in the car, but I had some downtime and I just kind of wanted to do this video. So pretty much, I really been debating on if I wanted to like share a little bit of my story. And I do on social media. I'm pretty like open. I share my story a lot. But I guess more recently, there's just been a lot of different things that I've been dealing with personally. And I just wanted to start a YouTube channel, and just talking about those things and, you know, giving people encouragement and what have you. Because I know it's hard and it can get frustrating. And then also, you know, help encourage myself too. Just to see, you know, who's dealing with some of the same things and what you guys are doing to, you know, help with your situation. So long story short, I have been battling, like I've been trying to get pregnant for a very long time. I had my son right after I graduated high school, and to be honest, like I hid my pregnancy the whole time because it was like back in 2011, and you know, my dad's a pastor, so I'm a pastor's daughter, and it's like I'm pregnant. So for the longest time, like I hid it. You know, like I didn't do the cute maternity photos. My son's father is not around. So it's just like all these things I was dealing with. And, you know, I had my son and I love him to death. But boy, oh boy, does that kid need a friend. But so now I'm married and me and my husband have been trying to get pregnant. And I just feel like it's been a very frustrating battle because, you know, you do what you gotta do and you're hoping to get pregnant, and then bam, your period comes on and you're just sitting here like, bruh, like what else can I do? So back in February, I found out that I had ovarian cysts and that I had endometriosis, and also my tube, actually, like my tubes were scarred shut. Well, one of them is scarred shut and the other one just had a lot of scar tissue. So they were able to open up one of my tubes, but my other tube is scarred shut, which is kind of a scary factor because, sorry, I'm getting emotional. But it's rough because, like, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen, if it's gonna happen, and it gets so frustrating and overwhelming just trying to walk through all of this. But you know, I got the surgery for the endometriosis. They were able to get rid of the majority of it, and pretty much my doctor was like, you know, try and get pregnant within the 6 months, and if you don't, then you're gonna have to like get on this pretty much like birth control type stuff that really just puts you through menopause, because with endometriosis it feeds on your estrogen, and so it would pretty much suppress my estrogen, which I wouldn't be able to get pregnant while I'm on the medication. And if, like, for me, I totally hate medication. So, yeah, I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible, but I'm not gonna lie, it seems impossible. So, right now, I'm in the process of just trying to find ways to help with conception. Pretty soon I'm gonna start taking prenatals. Definitely trying to find like a really good brand. But I'm definitely going to do the prenatals. I don't know if you all have heard of like the Yoni steam pots, but I've gotten one of those and I've been doing that as well to try and help keep the endometriosis at bay, but also just to help with my fertility, to see if it'll make a difference. I was doing acupuncture, which I'm probably going to start up again as well, because I also was getting really painful periods, and so, you know, the acupuncture was helping me manage the pain in certain areas so I didn't have to take ibuprofen and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, it's been a really crazy process and just a really crazy journey, and I think it's time that I'm vocal about it. Because I know as women, sometimes it's hard walking through that, especially those of you who don't have any kids at all trying to get pregnant and may not be able to get pregnant. Like, it's rough. And granted, like I said, I have a kid, but I want to be able to have a child with my husband. And so, yeah, it pulls on your heartstrings, but I really just want this to be able, I want to be able to share my story, you know, just with things that I'm doing, and also just encouragement, because I know I need it, and I feel like maybe these videos will start to encourage other women as well who are dealing with these situations and going through different things with infertility and what have you. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have for this video, but definitely tune in. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be doing the videos, but as soon as I got my little flow down, you all will know. But yeah, no, thank you for watching this video, and I will definitely pray for any of you who need prayer while you're on this journey, and pray for me also, because Lord knows it is a journey, but I know for a fact that there's going to be a blessing on the other side of it. So thanks guys, and yeah, see you next time.
Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boy Seth. So my wife just sent me a video on Facebook Messenger of her talking about our very new journey as far as trying to get pregnant. And like, I'm over here at work looking at this video, and I'm over here like in the truck going like just kind of just really taking in everything that she's saying. Yeah, so she made the video to be encouraging and to also to express herself about like I said, our journey on trying to get pregnant. Now, granted, a lot of you guys know that we already have a son, Manny, or Emmanuel, and he's a great kid. So it's not that we don't have a kid. I've actually been very, very blessed to walk into the role of a father, of a stepfather, but we kind of skip all that stepfather stuff and just kind of go straight into the son and dad. And that whole process alone has been very beautiful, very challenging, as a lot of you step parents know. It's not always easy, even if the kid loves you and accepts you. It can be a challenge, but of course, naturally we want to have a kid, or some more kids within our marriage as well. So and Manny's father is not present at all. So is all that stuff. He's already 9 years old. So by the time we even pop out another one, he's gonna be like almost out of the house. So but he really wants a sibling. We really want some more kids and all that stuff. So it's strange how these things kind of work, because it's like when you're not necessarily trying to have a kid, you have a kid, but then when you try, it just like for some reason it's like hard to have a kid. But God works in very mysterious ways. Like I said, we've been very blessed to have Manny, and very blessed to be married. And so so it's like she had a lot of there was a lot more stuff going on physically within her body that was actually very much preventing us from getting pregnant. We already had the surgery. Some of you guys know that she had a surgery not too long ago, and in her video she goes more in depth with that. But there was some scar tissues kind of blocking the pathways for us to get pregnant. And now one of her tubes are completely shot and is no longer functional. But we still have one that is working. And so that alone, yeah. So that is a little like, okay, it's like, all right, okay. Now when we found out all that news or the information, I was telling her, I was like, well, I mean, on the bright side, it's like, it almost feels like pregnancy is always a 50% chance anyway. So it's not too bad. And of course I had to think to myself, I was like, I don't know if it could be me too. I don't know. So I'm actually literally in the process about to go check to make sure that that whatever's going on in my body is not also being a hindrance of that. But God works in great timing. I mean, right now we're actually still, I know it feels like it's been forever, but we're still in the process trying to find the right home. And so it's all that kind of stuff. It's like me and her have been going back and forth talking about, like, do we want to get pregnant before we get inside the house, or do we want to just go ahead, all that stuff. But ultimately, yes, we want to get pregnant, and we want to get pregnant soon. We haven't been married very long, so it's just like, I think it's not so much like the rush or the pressure to have a kid, or to have more kids, but it's more like just wanting to know that we can. You know what I mean? And so I can already think of a handful of couples that I know personally that can relate to that. You know, like for example, it's like when I used to live in California, I didn't always go to the beach, but I had the option to. You know, but then I moved to Arizona where there's no beach. I have to drive 6 hours to go get over there. It's just like knowing that you can is a big deal within itself. And so it's crazy because me and her have almost automatically been on the same page of how much more kids we want to have. Like we want, like we didn't know what genders we want. So like it's like all that stuff is already squared away as far as like we already got some names. Not gonna say names yet, too early. But so we already have all those things planned out. Like whenever we get into our next house, like we want to have, you know, extra space already ready for more little ones. But it's a process. And so as we, you know, are doing this video to encourage, we also pray for encouragement as well, or we also ask for encouragement as well. So yeah, I know some of you guys are on the same journey that we are. I know some of you younger viewers are also you know, just probably peeking and saying like, all right, like, so once I get to this point in my life, how should I act? How should I deal? But at the end of the day, it's God's timing, and thank God it's God's timing, because his will is perfect. And so, yeah, I like, she was gonna just post a video herself, but I was like, you know what, shoot, I need to get in here too for the dudes as well, kind of coming from another point of view perspective. But me and her are on the same page. And so, yeah, so it's a process, but it's a beautiful one. So thanks for listening.